This week on Xenomania, join us as we explore the world of The Strangers Chapter 1. Renny Harlan directed, so we're going to get a little bit of an exploration of Renny Harlan movies and a lot of side trips on this one. So sit back and enjoy.
No. Be afraid. Be very afraid.
I don't like it when they advertise it's going to be a new thing, and it's not. Just like this. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Xenomania, and today we are covering The Strangers Chapter 1.
Only
Oh,
chapter
yeah.
one.
Just chapter 1.
No, just Chapter 1.
Probably ever. I have a feeling by the time we're done talking about this, none of us is going to want to watch the next two.
I'm curious because again, we're talking about trilogies the last time. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you can have a weak opening, which we'll get to it with this one, but maybe chapter 2 has a different follow-up because it is following a new story, different but very similar to the original one that was in 2008.
Yeah, I mean, when your movie is three masked people invading a home and slicing up the couple people, and there's only so much room for originality in it. You could argue that there wasn't even really a point in rebooting this, that this should, just make another
Show
sequel.
me the money without having to
Yeah.
make a new script. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I
Basically,
mean, I guess. I mean, it's not Cabin Fever being remade shot for shot, but you've seen this movie if you've seen the first Strangers.
Yeah.
100%.
I don't really see much. I don't see enough different with it to make any like major comments on it. I think that there's less suspense in this one compared to the first one. I think the first one was trying to be more suspenseful.
Yes.
This one's a little bit more action forward, but even that's kind of a stretch to point out.
There's one thing I did like is they expand on their faith, like what they believe in, because they hint at it in the original one in 2008. I've seen bits and pieces of the sequel, Pray at Night, but seeing how they expand it in this one, I feel like their faith is like a big expansion, especially with
What
them
is it?
having their own, just God. It's just Christianity, Christianity, and Roman Catholicism.
Roman Catholicism?
Christianity.
Constantinople stuff. I don't know how that fits their actions, but yeah,
Like
I'm gonna be like the dude from Big Lebowski, be like nihilist, man.
everyone's a sinner, according to them, and it makes a point when, in the beginning, this young couple, Maya and her boyfriend Ryan, are just traveling to Oregon. Maya's got a new job. She's got an interview. Ryan's going along for the ride. He's like not really into it. Like it seems like she's forced him. He's like comfortable, I could say. She wants more. And as they're at the diner, the big question is, are they married? And when they say no, that's when kind of everything turns. And they're like, you live in sin.
Well, yeah, but it almost feels like the whole being an outsider in that town is the sin.
Ooh, I can see that.
That you're not from here. This seems like a very insular community, and they're not going to be welcoming of Amaya and especially a Ryan.
I was waiting for somebody to do that. That was pretty good. That was pretty good, John.
This Ryan is far different from me. He's egotistical, narcissist.
First movie
has no heart.
First movie is New Place. Second movie is Airbnb, right? Our remake is Airbnb.
Yes. Yeah. Well,
that's a difference too.
It's
I'd say
Airbnb, Verbo,
What are they?
that kind of situation.
Yeah, it's like not all hot tubs are
And
jacuzzis, but everybody says Airbnb, right?
Yeah. Yeah, as secluded as you can possibly be. I don't know. Maybe ask if there's a hotel in town if your car breaks
Barbarian
down.
too hits the Airbnb scaries.
I mean, Barbarian hit them.
Yeah,
better.
I mean, Barbarian does everything better. This movie compared to Barbarian isn't fair, so we're not going to do that. The Airbnb thing also leads to another character. I don't remember the 2008 one as vividly as I'd like to, but is the Airbnb owner catches it in this movie.
Yep, which is similar in the original where the best friend
The
gets
best-
it for similar things. You were mentioning in the original, it's like their cabin up in the woods, and they're coming up from a wedding, and the guy proposes to Liv Tyler. Forgot the actor's name, but he proposes to Liv Tyler. She says no, and it's similar in that vein with this one, definitely, with that whole concept of relationships and stuff, the comfortability, trying to should we outgrow, should we grow together. It's just a little less in your face in this one.
Yeah. I mean, you get Ryan agreeing that if she gets the job in the new city, he'll go. Like, he's willing to relocate for her. And then the proposal. So, like, Ryan is committed. Ryan is just sort of, I think the best way to describe him is maybe urban douchey.
I believe it's called
I agree with that.
Like, he's not a bad guy necessarily, but he's in a spot where he believes he's better than these
he's
people.
swilling IPAs.
And maybe he is.
Like, oh, that's so
Yeah.
hoppy. I'm better than you.
Yeah.
Man was drinking Budweiser. He bought Budweiser. He was accepted.
Well,
of
I mean,
that.
look at where he is. Do you think there's
Yeah,
anything besides
Good point.
Budweiser
He's not
in
going
that
to get
town?
his triple point general
Yingling?
IPAs out there.
Yingling?
He's not getting
Blue
Yingling
Ribbon?
in there either.
No Yingling?
Yingling
No,
is
maybe a blue ribbon, maybe a PBR.
all right. So PBR is goated status, but it's also a garbage beer. But but we've embraced that so much that we put it on a pedestal. But like Rolling Rock, Yingling, Blue Moon, not Blue Moon, like Labatt Blue and stuff. Those are all bad.
Yep.
They're
Red Dog.
very bad.
PBR got the urban douchey, I'm slumming it
Yep.
beer status.
And then people started crushing those, and rednecks and hipsters like a good PBR, good 99-cent PBR can.
Personally, I prefer the champagne of
Miller
beers.
High Life.
Oh, Miller?
We used to call it Miller Low
Yeah,
Life
Miller
when we would
High
swipe them up
Life.
from my friend's dad. Mr. P, if you're watching this, yes, it was us.
Go down so quick and
Goes
easy.
down.
That's why there was 5 beers
That-
short every time. Yeah. Missed that 124 pack that weekend.
But that's something that
Burn.
people have figured out from all this is like why spend $29.99 on a 24 rack of Yingling, which is good, by the way. I like the way Yingling tastes. It goes down easy. It's a good afternoon after you've like mowed the lawn kind of one. But they've realized like you might as well just get Modelo or Bud Light because Bud's up there too. But at half the price because you're getting the same quality. And then if you go to the actual dispensary and pick out the ones that are made in all these local breweries, at that point, then you're on a different tier.
Yeah.
It's just a grapefruit.
I mean, back in the day, it was Milwaukee's best.
Oh, the Beast.
That was like that was like a $5.99 case right there when I was
Natty
in college.
Ice adjacent, right there.
Ice House, Natty Ice.
When I was there, it was
Keystone.
Hurricane malt liquor. It said brace for the smooth taste. It tasted like you were drinking broken glass. Yeah, it made Colt 45 look like a distinguished gentleman's beverage.
Oof. Colt 45 is a rough
But it was
drink,
$2.99
man.
for a 40.
It's good.
In 2002.
It's a rough drink.
Oh yeah.
It's the malt.
I'm so glad I don't
Just
drink
gotta-
any of that crap anymore.
Thank
I
God.
think my body
Imagine
would implode. Yeah, at this point.
40 and
We
a
went on
cigarette.
quite a tangent for this, but I feel like that's the kind of stuff that
We sure
strangers
did.
drink. Well, we're a bunch of
That's-
sober dudes on a
Yeah.
snowy day, been shoveling all day. We're just like, beer would be nice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It'd be a nice day if it wasn't so cold and snowy to sit out with a beer and a cigar and enjoy the afternoon. But
I do agree with that. You'd still enjoy a cigar and a glass of wine. It's not that bad. It's snowing a little bit now.
Be quiet about
Not in
that.
your neck of the
I'm
woods.
cleared out. You mean down here in Arizona where I live?
In that heat,
doesn't
the dry heat.
Dry.
I mean,
Dry snow.
this ice down the bayou is rough on me.
It's it's like -13 down in northern Louisiana. Oh boy.
Oh,
All right, back to this garbage heap of a film. So, if you know what you're getting into with this, and you don't, the problem is a remake carries with it expectation. You expect it to be good. This
Mhm.
isn't bad, but it's not good. I don't know how to really describe it.
I mean,
it-
I don't know that I went into it with high expectations because I didn't like The Strangers to
Same.
begin with. Like, this is a series that has
Really?
sort of always fallen flat on me. I think Prey at Night is the best of them that I've watched so far, and that's, not high praise.
I'm not super into
Right.
slashers, and you guys know that, but like
Yeah.
this out of the slasher genre, and then at the tail end of the revival of it in the late '90s and then 2000s, to me too, I can't believe that Liv Tyler got signed for it for starters, and it's just I don't know, it never really hit for me either.
I think it was just because the time. I mean, this movie came out, I was in high school, senior year. So, like, we were talking about it as like it's something new. And the thing is, you had the pacing. The pacing, I think it's like an 80 to 85-minute film. It's like
Mhm.
starts off with the bang, like it's all uncomfortable in the beginning. And that uncomfortability, like, builds up as this couple is, like, reconciling during, like, this tirade with all these mass killers. And a tirade?
No, you keep saying uncomfortability, and I think the word you're looking for is discomfort.
Discomfort, another word in the lexicon.
Oh,
This
God, I love
uncomfortability
you,
that they
Ryan.
feel. They feel this uncomfortability, but it was different though for 2008, especially when you've seen like the same old thing, Michael Myers, Jason. This was different. It was in the woods. It was like, and most of the time when we're out partying, we're partying in the woods. Some similar to that. You go to that cabin, and it's got that. I think it like related to us in that vibe of like this is where we kind of party. If we're gonna look in the woods, we might see these guys.
Right.
yeah, I can see that. I mean, to me, it just always fell flat. Like, there's no motivations. There's just these, like, really expressionless killers and, some characters that I didn't care all that much about. And it's sort of repeated in this one. The only thing I sort of have hope for with, chapter 2 and chapter 3 of this new trilogy is that they get into some motivation.
Yeah.
And, I know they're going to reveal who's under at least one of the masks because I was looking at the cast for chapter 2.
I forgot their names.
Yep.
Let's name
It's
the
Pinup Girl,
pinup girl,
Dollface.
Scarecrow.
Yep.
Okay.
Scarecrow and Dollface,
And
yeah.
then, well,
I'm
I
curious.
believe it was Pinup that I saw
Ooh, so
the credit for,
I'm curious.
but I'm not. I mean, I can spoil it if you
I don't know
want.
if the listeners want you to, but then again, it is a garbage heap.
I mean,
I mean,
property.
it's spoilable if you just look at the IMDb page. Like, I don't think they're really trying to keep it hidden going forward. I mean, because it's the waitress. One of them is the waitress.
come on, John. Now I'm not watching chapter 2 now. No, I'm
And the only reason
mean,
I'm going to watch
I mean,
chapter
but-
2 is because you two are going to make me.
actually I'd be willing.
I don't know if I'm gonna make you. We'll see. I mean, at some point, I imagine we close the loop on this trilogy, but
We
it's
should.
not gonna be anytime soon. I don't think.
Nah, this
We-
isn't Phantasm
mean-
levels or Critters level, which is coming this year.
Critters.
I just don't think it's necessarily worthy of multiple episodes at this point. Maybe 2 and 3 get better, but I think for me, once I saw who directed this, it was sort of, all right, I know what I'm about to get into.
Renny Harlan.
This is Renny Harlan at Renny Harlan's most Renny Harlanist.
So can we tell the listeners who may not know about Remy Harlan what other pictures this person has made?
Well, this is probably a good time to roll into our game,
buddy.
our
Yep.
slasher stash, because it is Renny Harlan movies.
Aww.
This is going to be interesting because Kearns, just to give you a little info on Renny Harlan, he's directed Die Hard 2.
I know.
He's directed Cliffhanger.
Why I told Tom to John to help them out.
Yep. Yep. So,
Getting excited.
guys,
I thought I had some trivia.
Flash or stash these Renny Harlan movies. And number
John
one
Cena's such an
is the John Cena classic 12
The
rounds.
classic. Are we still keeping 3, cutting 5?
No, we're gonna go to 4 and 4 because there's no way I can keep 3 of these piles worthy for you guys.
I mean,
Well, I'm just gonna slash this out of the bat. I've seen 12 rounds.
yeah, I gotta do it. I gotta slash it as well.
It's not like Blockers, Ricky Stenicki. Like, it's not like his newer films where he can actually act or somewhat act and be funny. He's funny. He's got a comedy presence.
He's got he's got some form of comedy presence. I mean, he's not The Rock.
No.
Nobody's The Rock.
So we're both slashing 12 rounds is what we're getting to here.
Yep.
The Rock is not even The Rock. Oh, keeping this bad boy. My hat is like a shark fin. Deep blue sea. LL Cool J.
Definitely stashing it.
I'm stashing this sucker just for the parrot. Best part of the movie. That damn bird.
Is it the parrot or is it Samuel L. Jackson's motivational speech?
That part was good. That part was good.
I love that part.
Because nobody saw it coming. And then there was this big controversy that he had an issue with it. So he wouldn't have taken the movie. He read the script. He wouldn't have taken the movie if he had an issue with it, you silly gooses.
It's true.
This is the same actress that was in Gladiator as well.
Yep.
I have no idea what her name is. Yeah, she was very forgettable, unfortunately. She was in like 4 big movies, this being one of them. And I never remember the name of the guy in it, too. Is he the same dude in The Mist? The, like, athletic Scuba Steve guy?
Maybe. I'm going to look it up.
Scuba Steve.
I know
He's
curious.
like steroid Scuba Steve. And he knows sharks.
Thomas
Dune. He was the Punisher?
He is Thomas Jane.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was the Punisher.
So
good movie.
He had a pretty good career.
Nights, The Mist.
He was in the
nice
HBO
career.
show Hung about Kearns.
Yeah.
Is
that
specifically.
Mentioned
I never
Hung
watched
to a
that.
friend recently.
Never
no,
watched
it's so really funny, actually.
I bet it is.
Really funny. it you got.
I didn't have
he?
HBO when it came out. That's why.
Oh,
And she is Saffron Burrows.
That's why I don't remember her name. You're a spice, ma'am. That's not a name.
Spicy.
Well, actually, I can't say that. One of my friend's daughter's middle name is Sage.
And just to prove that we're never too far away, Stellan Skarsgård.
I was gonna say
Skarsgård is in Deep Blue
He
Sea.
loses his arms guard.
His arm is scarce.
That
guard.
Big bite face right there takes his arm. Yeah, this movie was good. I gotta stash this sucker. I enjoyed this. It was stupid, but I liked it. The hurricane's coming in like a la Jurassic Park.
But that's what makes it. It's like that era of us growing up. We had all these big summer blockbusters that we didn't take for granted. But as we look back, we're like, man, remember how big this was?
I think I did. I just assumed things would be that way forever. You'd get your Independence Day style movie every summer, and life was going to be great forever. And the president did not have relations with that woman, and everything was going to be fine.
Playing his saxophone.
Yep.
And here we are. What's the
smoking his cigars? Next. Blast from the Past.
That's a good film.
I was going to say, I actually really like this movie. It's like if you put the cutting edge up here, remember the ice skating movie? I'd be like, I got a lot to tell you guys about. Probably seen that movie a lot.
But you might put Die Hard. You might put Cliffhanger.
They're both coming. 100%.
I'll take the chance. I'll cut Blast from the Past. I'm slashing it. Trying to get the new terminology down.
It's no Encino, man.
What say
Brendan
you,
Fraser. I want to be a trailblazer, but I got burned on the last one. I mean, I'm trying to think of another movie that I would want to keep. See, Brian knows a few more of the titles than I do, probably, too. I'm going to cut it as well. because it is. I mean, it should have been a Fallout movie, you know,
Yep.
even though it came out way
Mhm.
before that was a thing. So for the listener, if you've not seen Blast from the Past, he's in a fallout shelter because he thought there was a nuclear Armageddon, and he comes out years later and
Mhm.
he buffs Alicia Silverstone. It's a good movie.
Yep.
It is.
Yep.
He tries to sell the baseball cards. You're ripping them off.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I have an original Mickey mantle. Guy's like, I'll give you $25 for it. Sold.
Man,
God.
you guys remember this way better than me.
I don't know why either. I didn't like watch it on cable or anything. I watched like
It was-
TBS version of it.
Yep. TBS, 8 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. And then it's Back to the Future, Part 2. Always Part 2, never Part 1.
Never part 1. Sometimes part
Yeah.
3.
All right.
Okay.
Yep.
Movie 4.
Ooh. Ooh.
Cutthroat Island is like a guilty pleasure when I was a kid, along with the Cheech and Chong movie, the Korskian brothers.
Modine.
Corsican Brothers.
The
I love
Korskian
the
brothers.
Corsican Brothers.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I'll keep it. I'll keep Cutthroat Island for nostalgic reasons.
I'm
Slash it.
gonna slash this too. Slash away.
I think this
Interesting.
movie came out the same time, mistaken of the Goonies, right? Or a couple of years after.
No, this Goonies was 80s. This was like mid 90s.
Mid-90s.
Maybe that's why I got
late
lost.
Like
80s.
this was in like the 92 to 95 range, I think.
Wow, I thought it was earlier. Okay. Still a decent movie. For what it is.
Eh,
For what it is.
it's not even the best Gina Davis movie in this game.
Oh, nice. She was in Deep Blue Sea?
Because there it is.
Oh man.
The Long Kiss
There's
Goodnight.
the best Gina Davis movie on this list.
That's Pilates face Davis right there.
That's a really
Yep.
good film.
I don't know if she's had
Damn
work
it.
done.
I
Sam Jackson's hairline sure.
I
has.
just watched it a couple weeks ago.
Really?
I just
I'm
watched
gonna-
it
I'm
a
gonna
couple
keep-
weeks ago. It ages pretty well.
This is an homage to like when action movies had a plot that was like engaging, and I'm gonna blend together, but like Along Came a Spider, The Rock. These are movies that you could really enjoy. The Long Kiss Goodnight. Not a lot of people know about it compared to the other ones I mentioned, but good movie.
No.
Watch it.
It did just get a beautiful release from Arrow too, so definitely worth picking up
Got a
too.
little
You know,
cash to burn. I want to go
Real
grab.
quick, Arrow's been, just as a side note, Arrow's been releasing hits recently. They just released actually a Westworld 4K box set. I think this coming
If
week
they
they're
release
doing
just
it.
season 1, I'll take that.
Oh, it's the movie.
Oh, nice.
No, the movie.
Have you seen the movie?
Yes.
Oh, it's
Yes.
so good.
Yes, I have.
Yul
Give me a second.
Brenner, it's just so
Yeah,
good.
it's old. Older.
Well,
At
yeah.
some point. Yep. All right. Slash or stash, Long Kiss Goodnight.
I'm stashing it. Now you kept the
Yeah,
turd
I'll
pirate movie.
stash it.
You kept the turd pirate
I'll
movie. You're
stash
gonna end
it.
up losing cliffhanger for the pirate movie. You're gonna rue this day,
but-
Ryan.
Hold on. If he's got Die Hard 2,
There is
Die
some
Hard 2,
there is some ruin coming.
Die Hard 2, I hold more close to my heart than Cliffhanger.
Of course.
Stand on
Of
that.
course. Die Hard 2 is almost as
there-
good as Die Hard.
There is some
That's fair.
ruin
It might
coming
be me ruining. He might have a trap.
for both of you. Oh, there are traps everywhere. All right, next. There it is.
Key, I'm stashing it. Look at that form.
Slash.
Look at that
slash this.
form.
They say, was in the behind the scenes that he actually like climbed like a higher elevation compared to the Tom Cruise Mission Impossible 2 scene.
Yeah, there was I don't know if you sent a video or if we just both watched the same thing, but I watched a sizable amount of stuff on cliffhanger trivia and behind the scenes like stuff recently, and I didn't realize it was as involved as it was. They went hardcore on cliffhanger.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, now they.
Wait,
yeah,
Stallone's not skipping leg day either.
Ryan, did you say Slash?
I did say slash. I only saw the video with explaining how he actually held on to like a high elevation, and I was like, Jesus, Stallone, like you almost killed yourself here for it. But again, what year did this film come out? Like early 90s?
98, 99.
early 90s.
I don't know if it
yeah.
was late, middle,
No, I think it was early.
earlier.
I think it was fairly. I think I was still living at home when this came out,
Enjoyed this. Let's find out.
so it would be
93.
early 90s.
93. There it is.
Yeah.
I enjoyed this movie very much. I enjoyed it, and then the nature calls scene where he drops the raccoon, the Ace Ventura scene in the
Mhm.
sequel, making fun of it. This movie's dumb, but I loved it. I'm gonna stash it.
Yeah. Excellent. All right.
Excellent.
Movie number 7.
Evil.
There it is.
I have to
Stash.
stash. I don't even know if I have 2 left or 1 or none or whatever, but I have to stash it.
I'll be slashing
No,
the last
you-
film.
I think you both actually worked out well with this one because there is no way either one of you are going to want to stash the last movie
What's
because the last movie is. Oh, yeah.
I would hold on. Wait a
though.
minute.
Dice
Wait a minute.
Clay.
Hold on. I would have stashed that because Robert Englund in it is a gem. He plays
Okay.
the assassin.
Okay, Mr. Hindsight. What would you slash to keep
Pirate.
to stash Ford
Pirate
Fairlane?
Yeah, Cutthroat Island.
Sounds like a porn.
After you just talked so highly of Cutthroat Island and your childhood with it, you're gonna get rid of it for Ford
gonna get rid of it.
Fairlane?
Ford
Get rid
Fairlane.
of
Ford
it.
Fairlane.
For Dice Clay action.
Ford Fairlane is childhood too on VH1.
People don't understand the
After-
chokehold Andrew Dice Clay had on America for a while. He was
the nursery
the
rhymes.
top.
He had about 3 or 4 years that sort of ended with Ford Fairlane,
Yeah.
where he
Yeah.
was everywhere.
Everywhere. He had CDs coming out left and right. It overlaps George Carlin's dominance period. So obviously he wasn't the best comedian at the time, but he was definitely the best shtick.
Yeah.
It outshined Carlin. He outshined everybody. He was selling out arenas.
Yeah, he was huge because everybody wanted to go see the
He-
badass.
I think.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he sold out MSG telling dirty nursery rhymes.
Yes, he did.
Like that, and that was like really the only truly funny part of his
Yeah.
routine. The rest of it was just sort of like everybody else with the thick accent.
Yep.
Like that was what set him apart.
He does do a good Michael Madsen impression, which came up recently.
If you watch him on some of the
Decent.
pods over the last 5 or 6 years and stuff, like a lot of people think he's like that, his stage persona. He's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a normal
Yeah.
guy.
No.
It's a bit. It's a character.
Yeah. Yeah. It's fun watching him now, seeing the bit gone and just listening to. He's been a fairly interesting guy to listen to, surprisingly.
He's got some funny skits with John Lovitz up there.
Yeah,
There's a lot of skits
he
with
and
John Lovitz in
Lovitz
public.
would it would seem like they would get after it for real.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how
I'm just
true
thinking-
that, like, you know how we
Mm.
bicker and banter and have play and stuff. I don't know how true the Lovett Dice Clay thing was though, because that felt real.
See, I can see Lovitz pushing it into it and then being like, "I'm just a birdie. I'm just in your tree." Sorry, I'm thinking of Little Nicky right now.
I know John Lovitz is not particularly well
No,
liked.
he's
No.
There's a
No.
great story about him getting
I-
yelled at by Chris Farley, or I guess he was giving crap to Farley. He showed up to his party late and he's like, "Save some
Mhm.
food for everybody else," and he put his cat on a sandwich or something. Like he made a sandwich out of his cat.
Yep.
And Dan Lovitz was furious.
They got a picture of that somewhere, a black and white
God
picture of
bless
him
you,
putting the
Farley.
cat between the sandwich. Chris Farley was a gem. Another gem. Gone too soon.
Hmm. But before we move on, and not going to Debbie Downer territory, there's best TV edit of all time. We should do one of those as like a top 5. Best TV audio edit of all time, because the Die Hard 2 one, where he lights the fire for the fuel at the end, yippee-ki-yay, Mr. Farley. What does he call him at the end instead of Mother Effer? He goes,
I don't know. I never saw the
Oh,
TV version.
I've never seen the
that
TV edit
one's
either.
great. The Big Lebowski might be the best of all time. The best.
Big
of all time.
Lebowski's fun.
But Die Hard, all the Van Damme movies, the Terminator movies, there's a bunch of super good ones. I'm sure somebody put them all together out there.
Yeah, The Warriors has a great TV edit because it's got stuff that wasn't in
Oh,
the
cool.
movie. Like they put
Yep.
they put some of the deleted scenes back in because once they cut the stuff they couldn't show on TV, they didn't have a long enough movie.
Oh, makes sense.
Yep.
That's actually kind of neat.
There's a few of those. Yeah.
I mean, we should talk about
But-
this for another 15 minutes because, as with all of our movies that are like, meh, we're gonna run out of stuff to talk about for the film in about 5 more minutes.
I mean, we can talk about The Warriors all day. I love
We
that
should
movie.
rewatch
Everything about that
Patreon
movie.
watch.
Warriors would be excellent. But
Yeah.
are we watching the original theatrical cut? Or are we watching the new edition, like he designed it like a comic book?
I prefer the original cut. I don't
Okay.
like the cartoon cut.
Nah.
Cartoon cuts are
Yeah,
pretty
'cause
much miss across the board. Every time somebody tries to pull that off, they did that with the Hulk movie, the Eric Bana Hulk movie and
Yep.
stuff. It just falls flat. That was a
Mhm.
woo-woo disaster.
Yeah. It doesn't bring anything to the Warriors. Like, I get it. All right, here's this image from a comic book of the Warriors, and then you go right back to the movie.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like it doesn't do anything.
I just thought it was cool to give it like a little modern fix up, and it's from the director. It wasn't the studio who decided. The director
Yeah.
decided to do it.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's cool.
Mhm.
But no, I mean we could watch the original.
We
I
should.
just got the bottles ready.
We should watch the original.
Warriors.
One of the guys on the Patriots showed up yesterday with the bottles on his hand, doing that, walking into the locker room.
Really?
That's great.
It's
That's
pretty
pretty cool.
Yeah.
The Warriors exist. It's a timeless movie. I mean, if you really get into it with gaming culture and retro gaming coming back, there is a PlayStation 2 game based on the Warriors, which is excellent. Excellent
is.
game. Pretty cool.
It's a Rockstar game too, so you know exactly what you're getting from it.
Yeah.
Yes, you are. Fighting, looting.
Rockstar didn't sell out
Everything.
for microtransactions, did they?
Yes, for GTA 5 technically. They did get the credit card and you can do, buy cars, buy buildings. It's
Mhm.
it's a scam.
It's a scam.
Everything is a game.
I don't like
It's not- they don't-
microtransactions.
They don't have that in Arc Raiders, right?
Not like necessary ones. You could choose to buy extra outfits and stuff, but there's nothing that helps you with gameplay. Like you can't
That-
buy gear that's good and stuff.
That's different though. I mean, when you're buying gear and like customization, but when you have to buy weapons and stuff, that's where you gotta draw the line.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I'm fine with bonus things being paid for in games, but like, don't let me earn stuff. I want to earn it. I don't want to buy it. I don't even want like the pre-sale bonus stuff. Like, let me earn it the way the game was meant to be earned and enjoy it that way.
Fair
I
enough.
agree with that.
Fair enough. I like it.
Which kind of gets me thinking, is there any good reviews on this movie, John? Did you find any good reviews on this? Please tell me there's
I mean,
not a
listen,
5-star.
we're talking a movie that's in the 20s on Rotten Tomatoes, so there's not a lot. But of course, I found you a
I was
5-star.
gonna say this guy's gonna be unhinged. I want the FBI to go to this guy's house.
I mean, this is about the tamest of 5-star reviews you could get. I think this feels like it's a 5-star to balance out low ratings kind of review, but here we go. 5 stars. I don't understand why this movie has 21% Rotten Tomatoes, because this movie is great.
Okay.
Wait,
That's it.
that was it?
That's it.
You know
That's
what?
the whole review.
This kind of gives into my idea. Like, if you saw the one in 2008 and see this one, you're like, crap, this is just the same movie. I don't care. But if you see this one first and then watch the 2008, it might be a different reaction, being like, okay, that's how like the franchise is. It's the reboot. It could be in this situation. They never seen the original, saw the new one.
I mean, maybe. Like I said, this feels like a 5-star that's just trying to balance out the low reviews.
It was a
And
gimme.
most of the 5 stars sort of felt that way. Like, all right, listen, I didn't hate this movie. It doesn't deserve to be 21% on here. Let's give it a good review. I mean, if you like chapter 1, you like chapter 1. That's fine. This person did not. 1 star.
Mm.
I've never been so frustrated watching a horror movie. The characters in this movie are unbelievably stupid. I can't even understand the thought process behind most of these scenes.
Okay.
Which, I mean, that's a little over the top, right? Like, I
It
mean,
is.
I don't
Yeah.
I don't think you have to think really hard about most of what happens in this
That's
movie.
kind of the point, I
They're
think. I don't know. They
masked dudes show up at the house, you run.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like I said too, the first movie is more suspenseful, more home invasion-y, more like to creep out. It digs into what creeps you out on a Saturday night at 9:30. You heard a bump. It's going after that.
Mm-hmm.
The remake is more kung fu fighting.
Well,
I think.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I really do think it's
Mm-hmm.
more
No, you're
scream,
right.
like more scream sprint sort of thing. And I
Yeah.
don't get why people like it. It's in your all right. So if you don't like that, if you don't like they made that change, okay. But then also, if you're watching this movie, what else are you expecting?
So, reading other reviews about this film is a lot of people notice that these main characters do not have common sense.
Yeah.
And that was one of my like frustrations because in the original, at least there's common sense between the main characters. In this one, you had certain situations where like Ryan's got the gun pointed at the pinup girl. And if you're even writing it, I mean, if you're trying to build it up, then don't have him have the gun at the pinup girl. Maybe have him at Dollface and shoot her. But having the gun pointed at one of the characters for like 5 minutes and then get attacked, it's just like, what are you doing, dude? Where's
Well,
this?
I can make that make sense because he's not a killer. It's different when someone's actively coming at you than you have this person at gunpoint and now you have to make a decision to actually do that.
Yes,
Self-defense,
I
though.
guess.
Just a
And it could also
devil's
I
advocate.
mean,
also
it
been a
is.
choice too.
It
Frustrate
is,
the
but
audience because that is engagement.
yeah. Yeah. It's a different experience though. Like if she's coming she's dropped the knife, you've got her disarmed. Now
Okay,
what?
fair.
Theater.
I think his mistake in that moment is just not
Nah, right. Then you
doing
got to
it,
pick up your
you
22.
know.
You got to take care of business. You understand? You got to pull out some of that
Mhm.
Arkansas vibe when you get into that situation right there.
Now,
Agreed.
all that said, I found somebody who hated this movie probably more than us.
I don't think we
Well,
hated
except
it.
the
I
half
think we
star.
accept it for what it is. It's like that sibling that
Mhm.
you really can't stand, but you're like, you made your peace with it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Half star. The story lacked any originality. The characters were so unlikable, especially the guy. The pair of them making stupid decisions constantly. A movie using the same old horror tropes run through the woods, trip over a twig, etc. Jump scares that failed to serve their intended purpose. Just a waste of 90 minutes, really.
Okay. You- I, yeah, I was gonna say, was it 90 minutes too long for you? Like how the last movie was for me? You know.
I mean, I'm having a difficult time defending this movie as well. If you like The Purge, if you like movies like Us and things like that, this will appeal to you. This has that vibe to it. If you don't love those kinds of movies and you're going into this thinking you're getting some deep meaning or something like that, you're going the wrong way. This is a ride. You pay for the ticket, you go around the loop, and then you get off.
Mhm.
Eh,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know the notes that this is going to hit pretty much, remake or not. You like right from the opening, you know what this is going to be. You know how this is going to go. And there's been a bunch of movies like this lately, and they just sort of are what they are.
It's that whole we're in that whole thing, that whole circle of reboots, remakes, trying to
20
like
years
get
of
the
it.
attention of an yeah, I mean, still trying to get the attention of audiences because now it's like, all right, so we see this. Like, I was in high school when this came out, you know, like a few years later, you get a sequel, and now we're going to a new generation trying it all over again to succeed.
Mhm.
They just, again, we talk about it, give us some originality, give us something
I'm with you.
different.
The old excuse used to be worrying about box office flop, and then you'd get movies like, I don't know, Dirty Dancing, and there's a million better examples than that you guys can throw out that do great on VHS. The Princess
Mhm.
Bride.
Wishmaster.
There you go. Finally, a horror movie. Candyman too, probably, presumably. This is that sort of issue that they would do anything to avoid a box office flop, and now you really don't need to have a huge box office to make money with a picture. Like
No,
an old man,
no.
like with a movie. So I don't see why they're not taking more risks. Netflix alone should be pumping out 7, 10 movies a
Mhm.
year that are kind of risky.
Yep.
With the number of services that need content, you would think there would be more risks, and there are. They just never get the publicity that other things get.
That's true.
You can go through Netflix and find a Train Dreams. You can go through
Yeah,
Hulu and find whatever they're like. It's all
it's
there.
wild.
There's just nobody bringing it
Yeah,
out.
well, that's the thing is, all right, so now we don't have TV commercials to rely on because obviously you're watching Netflix or HBO or whatever.
Mm.
So I would have loved to have known that Train Dreams existed even before it came out. I stumbled upon it, looked at the synopsis, saw that the imagery looked really cool. I was like, I'll watch this, and then it ruined my whole night. But I would
Mhm.
like to see more movie marketing money going out to social media, and you don't even need
Yeah,
to spend much on it. Get 17 influencers to share a few videos.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I've said to you guys, I don't know if I've said it on the show, but I think Netflix botched the Frankenstein marketing. I think that's why it's not like a runaway or even really a favorite for any of the awards. It's just sort of nominated. They didn't do what they should have done with that movie after it was released.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, keep it
No,
on.
They got it out. They got it out. They got the clicks, and that's what they were going for.
Yeah, and then they moved on to Stranger Things hype. They
Yep.
should have brought that
Mhm.
out after Stranger Things. Actually, Del Toro should have seen that coming.
Mhm.
I think they were trying
Mhm.
to get it in contention for award season, which it is, of
Yeah.
course, but it's
Yeah.
not
And
as
then and that's sort of the problem. If you push it to like say now, by the time you get to next year's Academy Awards, it kind of gets forgotten. Like there are instances, but it happens a lot that movies released in the first quarter of the year get forgotten in the
Yeah,
end. So I think they recognized what Frankenstein would be, and you couldn't push it a full year because then you start to get the, oh boy, this was delayed for a year. It's gonna stink.
Yep. Luckily, The Strangers 2024 Chapter 1 is not going to have that problem because it wasn't nominated for squat diddly. But it is nice to see that horror movies are being nominated in the big categories again.
Absolutely.
Frankenstein, Sinners.
Ab-
Was there a third one that got a nom? Not Best Picture, but for something.
Something. Weapons
Yes.
got supporting
Thank you.
actors
Thank you.
nom. Um, Begonia. I know people are gonna say Begonia is horror adjacent. It definitely has some elements that are similar to, some things that could happen in a Strangers movie, but it's not. It's got a little of that, but it's
I'm
not a
gonna
horror
watch it
movie.
probably tonight.
Good use of your time.
Yes, sir. Well,
a begonia.
Begonia, and then I
Yeah.
got to pass that off to you, Ryan. I believe you're next
Yes,
up
I
in the
just
rotation.
watching
This
one battle
nice.
after another yesterday. I need to see begonia. One battle after another was great, but that they did that correctly with the advertising and everything. They
They
released it. They did
Leo movie.
a physical release,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, but not only did they do a physical release, they did a rushed physical release just so it's out there so people still remember it. Like the release of One Battle After Another that came out is bare bones. It's the movie. Like, there's no extras, there's no deleted scene. They
Really?
just got the movie. Yeah, they just got the movie out so that you could see what's nominated. So you can sort of rally people to this cause. And then, I get you want something more for a Frankenstein release, and it's probably going to get a nice Criterion release at some point. But you needed to get it out. You needed to figure out a way to get more people to see it
Mhm.
and more people to talk about it.
Well, what's interesting is this is the first year after the new rule has been introduced as well for the Academy Awards where you have to actually watch all the movies before you're allowed to vote. And I do wonder if that'll have an
Mm,
effect on this. And they should like disclose what order they watch it in. Then we could get some good data on that. Be like,
mhm,
if you watched Frankenstein last, you always voted Frankenstein. That'd be kind of neat. But I wonder
mhm.
how many people
I
will just vibe with it after watching it. I really do.
I hope a lot
mhm.
of people
Well,
do.
I mean, you can say that for a lot of the movies that are nominated, like One Battle After Another, Frankenstein, Begonia. They all have audiences that are really going to love them, but there's going to be groups of people that do not.
Yes. Fair point. I can't speak to Begonia, but I know there's a lot of people who do not like One Battle After Another for the wrong reasons.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
I know of a couple
Yeah.
that didn't like it for okay reasons too, but I liked it personally. I got what they were trying to do. I don't think it's the greatest movie I've ever seen or anything like that. John likes it more than I do. I know that much. Ryan probably does too, actually.
I
But
do.
I thought it
I
was a
think
fine
it was
movie.
done
A
well.
fine movie. I thought that maybe it had some identity issues. It was trying to be two things at
Mhm.
once, in my opinion, and it should have just chose one. Another Big Lebowski
Mhm.
reference. I feel like if they'd leaned more into that with Leo's character in that movie, you would have been okay. Instead of doing in and out, in and out, in and out, like the goofy revolutionary
Mhm.
stuff. But this isn't an episode on One Battle
Mhm.
After Another, so I'll shut up.
So this is where we like to give our own rating.
Mm,
So what do we got, guys?
2 stars. 2 stars out of 5. I'm always
Mhm.
harsher than you guys anyway, so 2 stars out of 5 for this for me.
Ryan.
So I'm gonna be really harsh, and I'm just gonna say, and I hate half stars, but half out of 5 stars. So a half a star out of 5 stars. You know what?
Wow. I
It's
was way
just
higher than you. I was giving 2 because I thought it was like a jerk move to go below that.
no,
All right.
no. You know what?
Now I
No, there's no originality. You basically like what made the first one in 2008 so good. You just kind of rehash the plot for this generation. Listen, you want to reboot something, you want to remake something, and mostly this is a reboot. And I'm gonna cover that because that's my top fives. I'm doing top 5 reboots. Cool. You kind of give like a little like you take a little something from the original and utilize it to your advantage or change it, and you make the audiences or people who are coming back be like, wow. In this case, I wasn't wowed except when Maya got her hand like stabbed with like a nail, which I was like, okay, that was a lot of impact if you're stabbing your hand with the nail. And that's it. I mean, I was mostly complaining the entire time and on my phone waiting for this winter storm to hit because I was like, I've seen this film before.
in fairness, this is my second time watching this. I watched it in October, so I've now seen this
Oof.
twice. I liked it better the second time,
Okay.
but that said, liking it better the second time gets it to about a 2.
Okay.
I could be talked into 2.5, but it's about a 2 for
It's
me.
like liking uncontrollable diarrhea. After you have the
It has its
second
good points.
day, you're used to it. You know it's coming. You've got your pillow.
That's the
Mhm.
only good part.
Yeah. So
Yeah. You know, no, you know you're gonna be pretty emptied out
yeah, it's
afterwards. Like,
just
you know,
cramped
it's
at that
alright.
point. You don't have to
It's
worry
alright.
about.
And, like, I can recognize how bad this is
Pretty bad.
as a movie, but I know Ryan rates this lower because of how much he enjoyed the original, and I don't have that, so
Fair.
Yeah,
I can comfortably go a little
What a nice
higher.
perspective gathering right there, sir.
I that I'd give 5 stars. I'll give that 5 stars. Not this movie. Not this
I'm
movie.
glad John
But
gave it
I'll give
2.
you 5 stars.
All right. I felt like 2 because I also, whenever I do these and I'm being really harsh or I'm really glowy with a movie, I always try to factor in every other movie that I've ever seen in this genre, the broad horror genre. And this
Mhm.
does feel like it falls in a 2 star with that. With
Yeah.
Ryan's perspective, I get the half star though. That's a statement right there.
It-
He's
Mhm.
making a
Damn
statement. You
straight.
should have put some effort into this, you big dweebs. You hurt my
Come
boy.
on, you did
You hurt my
you did
boy's
Die Hard
feelings.
2. You did Cutthroat Island, Cliffhanger. Come on now.
Brutal.
I
Fort
mean,
Fairlane.
it's Renny Harlan being Renny Harlan. I mean,
Yeah.
this is the movies he makes. Sometimes he hits them a little bit better than other times he didn't hit this one
I
real
wonder what.
well.
Yeah, when they gave him the
No.
script, they blew on it, and he saw it said 2008, and he said, "Here's your script." It's like,
He's like, how do I
okay, I
change
guess
this?
I'll redact this. But anyway, all right, guys, that's our thing on strangers. We got some top fives for you, though.
Yeah, we
We
do.
do have some.
Yes, we
Start with
do. And
Ryan.
I'm starting off, and like I said, I'm doing top 5 reboots, which we've been talking about remakes, trilogies, reboots, the whole thing. I took it a little different, meaning like what haven't I talked about reboot wise? And we're gonna start off with a bang. Not my favorite at the time, but it is watchable. I do enjoy it. That's why it's number 5, especially with the horrible remake of A Nightmare on Elm Street, which followed, and that's Friday the 13th. It's a decent reboot. It does what it does. If you ignore the fact, and again, I was a senior in high school when this came out. I was excited for this reboot remake, and the whole joke was he was protecting his marijuana farm, which technically he is protecting a marijuana farm during this film, but they combine 1, 2, and 3. They at least tried. You get, produced by Sean S. Cunningham, who originally created Friday the 13th. You got Michael Bay, who's right off, doing Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the remake. And you got Jared Padalecki, who, Supernatural fame. I mean, you can't really beat it. It's just like, it's right in the middle. And it's doing something different with it than what you haven't seen before.
All right.
It felt too TV for me.
Ooh, okay. Okay. I have to watch it again to get it, but I can see where your vibe is coming, how it's filmed and stuff. I can see that definitely. But I'll give you this. I thought this was going to be TV, but it wasn't. And this was a nice little curve. And that's 2022's Hellraiser reboot. I liked it
4 years
after.
ago already.
Yeah, but
Oh.
it's good though. It's a good reboot, especially after reading the Hellbound Heart, which is the original book. They borrow like Pinhead's look, style, the voice. In the book, it's a woman. Pinhead's a woman who's got the voice of a boy, which is very similar to this reboot. But also the fact there's different characters involved. The lament configuration changes shapes depending on that specific character until we get to the end where it goes into the cube, which I mean, I'm waiting on a sequel still, but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. Because, again, it just hits the nail on the head. But we are getting a game. And that leads to my number 3. We've talked about this movie a couple weeks ago. I really loved it. And that's Candyman 2021. You can call it a reboot. You can call it a requel, which is like a remake sequel. It's everything. And it hits it. And the thing is, Nia DaCosta, she's an amazing director. We covered Bone Temple recently. She's been delivering hits, and I can't wait to see what else she does. And that leads to number 2. Is this, again, we're talking about reboots. John last episode mentioned Evil Dead Burn. I'm excited for that, so that's why Evil Dead Rise is number 2. It's done so well. Different vibes from The Cabin, which is like, you see the Necronomicon. You see it in The Cabin.
No, we're not letting that slide. I want to, I really do, but I can't. You did that on
the second
purpose.
time it's been.
You did that
It's
on
the second time it. the Necro, comma.
Necronom.
The
You're such a good
Necronomicon.
person. You can't even say the evil book's name.
I can easily open it though and read it, which is scarier in itself. But the Necronomicon,
Nice.
being featured in an apartment building instead, gives it a little more flavor, refreshes the concept, and it's horror. And we're talking about recently, because when we saw Bone Temple, Kearns mentioned we were talking about The Mummy. It's directed by Lee Cronin, who directed Evil Dead Rise. And even though The Mummy, it's a 50-50 for us because of Blumhouse, I'm hoping it's done correctly because of Lee Cronin. Because I think Lee Cronin is a good director, but because it's Blumhouse, it's the negative. And anything with the Mummy title besides Brendan Fraser hasn't really hit the way it should.
Tom Cruise.
I mean, not 90 years.
No, not since.
It's been about 90 years
The original
outside of Brendan Fraser that Mummy properties hit.
I was going to say, are we going back to 1932, Boris Karloff, or 34, Imhotep?
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Somewhere in that range. Yeah.
Well,
way before any of us were anything.
Fair point. Fair, but
They
this
say
creature
that the eggs of the child are in the fetus of the baby when they're in the womb. So like your grandmother had if you're a lady, like you're the egg that became you was already in there the second your mother was developed inside of there. So that's nifty. So there's a chance that your egg, the egg that became you guys, was around that time. More of a chance for John. Ryan, you're the youngest. There's a shot for me.
Yeah.
No, my dad was probably a thought when The Mummy came out.
Thought.
My mom was not.
Ah.
Hold on, now I gotta see. The Mummy. When did the original? 1932 is the original one.
Depending on when, my dad may have been in utero. My mom was not a thought yet.
In utero.
Okay.
Anyway, what a
Maybe.
weird thing to say during the top fives. Let's continue.
Well, that leads to my
Top
number
five
one.
weird.
Number one, I mean, this creature's gone through the years, and I really enjoy this reboot. Yeah, Tim Curry's still alive, but this is going to be the modern day It, part one and part two. I did love how they take it from the original book being the 50s, they bring it into the 80s, they bring it into modern time. And the thing is by doing that change, it kind of like it goes along with the audience. The audience has a better connection, I feel, with the setting being the 80s into the 2000s. You know, I feel like it resonates with a lot of audiences, the newer version of it. And it's done so well. We got a show on HBO now, and I feel like it's gone over what they expected it to be. I think they didn't have as high expectations, thinking, oh, they've already done it, and it's grown further. When it comes to Welcome to Derry, how it's becoming so expansive, I think it's leading into HBO possibly doing a Dark Tower series.
And that would lead this episode to being like, I don't know, 10,000 minutes long. So I'm not even going to talk about the Dark Tower right now because that's bait.
That
That's
was
bait.
not bait. I think that's where they're headed. I mean, Amazon dropped the ball for the Lord of the Rings show. And if HBO really wants to pick up the pieces, because I mean, HBO getting bought out by Netflix, HBO's going to have more shows. I think it's happening, and the idea of Pennywise going backwards in time, because that's the whole new gist, is he's going backwards in time to prevent his death. It's leading to a third part. So this reboot has been very expansive. It's just a rumor, but that's how they're going with it. And that's my top 5 this week.
All right. Swinging to John. John, top 5.
Swinging John.
All right. I'm going back to masks. I believe
Yes, you
I've done a mask list before, but I'm going more obscure.
Not Jim Carrey's The
this
Mask?
time.
Smoking.
Oh,
No, not Jim
man.
Carrey's The Mask, nor
Oh, that was
Cher's
another
Mask.
fantastic movie.
So number 5, we're gonna start with a Jamie Lee Curtis movie. A group of kids celebrating New Year's Eve on a train. It's Terror Train. It's 3 years after a group of friends pulled a terrible prank on a kid, and now they are on a train celebrating the new year when things go south and they start getting offed. And it seems like the past has come
This is the
back
one with the
to get
Groucho
them.
mask, isn't it?
Yes. Yep.
You know what?
It's a nice
I've never
watch.
seen it.
The remake, not so much. It's a good watch.
You know,
It's a good watch.
I'll say this: it's hard to come by on DVD now because as it's like out of print right now. It's one of those, but it's like once it comes back, I feel like Vinegar Syndrome or Arrow will do like a re-release of it because from my understanding, it's a decent slasher, and
Yeah.
we've talked about it before too in the past, so it's like definitely on the radar.
My number 4 is one that's come up before. It's directed by Tobe Hooper. It's
Ooh, yes.
The Funhouse.
I love the Funhouse movie.
So a group of friends decide to spend the night in the Funhouse at the local carnival, only to witness a murder committed by a man in a mask. But when they attempt to leave, they're stuck. They are locked in. There is no escape. And they are now the prey of the
So
masked
good.
man.
The book is supposed to
I'm
be
still surprised Dean Koontz, like that's the one based on Dean Koontz's book.
Yep.
That one's got some questionable scenes too, but it sounds like it's different than the book. The book has more than a masked man.
Yeah.
The book has a creature.
Yes, there is more than a
Okay.
masked man also.
All right, bad enough.
Yeah. There's some creepy stuff hiding in there too, besides the mask. My number 3 is a movie called The Prowler. This mask is pretty good. Google the cover, you're
Way
going
ahead
to
of
see a
you.
nice, interesting mask. So a killer clad in army fatigues is
Yep.
determined to reenact a brutal 35-year-old double homicide on the night
film
of
is
the
gritty.
graduation dance.
It's very gritty.
It's gritty. It's very
good,
gritty.
though.
It's very rough. It's also really good. It's really good. And my next movie's pretty gritty too. My number 2 is the original, not the remake. Although the remake it was surprisingly decent also. It's The Town That Dreaded Sunrise. And the mask in this is simple. It's a sack. It's basically just a burlap sack mask. Very similar to the original Friday the 13th Part 2 mask. So, 1946 Texarkana, a hooded killer terrorizes the town at night. The body count grows as the police are befuddled. You get a nice, like, early 70s weird cast. You get Ben Johnson, who's in Last Picture Show, The Getaway, The Wild Bunch. She's, someone you'll recognize when you see him. And you also get Marianne from Gilligan's Island, Dawn
Hooray.
Wells. Yep. Probably the only thing I ever saw her
No
in
Professor.
besides Gilligan's Island. No Professor. I went through his IMDb recently. It's hard to find a lot of stuff that we can pigeonhole into this. And my number 1, 11-year-old Brooke Shields in a weird little movie called Alice, Sweet Alice. When Alice's younger sister is brutally murdered, the 12-year-old is the prime suspect. Then the body count grows, and the question becomes, could a 12-year-old commit such brutality?
Being The Good Son, so yes. Based on that film. All right.
Well, no, The Good Son is more based on this. This was early to mid 70s. Also.
Oh, I didn't mean it based. I didn't mean this was based on The Good Son. I meant my opinion.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
Your
boy.
number 2 pick,
got
though,
you.
The Town That Dreaded Sundown. I'm curious in that. Curious in that film.
Yeah, that one piqued my interest.
I was like,
too.
why are you mentioning a Western?
I need a Western right now. It's damn cold
It
out.
does say it's got a little Western feel to it. It's not a Western, but it's got that, that Texarkana, setting. It definitely has some of that to it, but
Cool. Well, all right, everybody. That was our episode on Strangers Chapter 1. You may not get to see us do Chapter 2, but here was Chapter 1.
No, we'll probably do Chapter 2 and 3. Begrudgingly.
Maybe when they're both available, we can roll them into one.
Oh,
We'll see how it goes. This was a big stinker. But anyway, that's Xenomania episode 58. We hope we'll see you next time.
Have a good one.
See ya.